Welcome back to the pregame show. Lady Zebra head coach Brian Jennings joins us in second game in a row. Last night you come off a nice win against a TRC opponent, a game where you kind of got out to a 20, 22, 25-point lead. They chipped away at it, but you did enough in the end to hold on to that win.
Yeah, we played some people there in the third, fourth quarter, got some different lineups and looks in for us. Didn't really go as well as we wanted it to do, but we held on, finished the game, adequately, I guess you could say.
You talk about playing some kids in that second and third quarter, not necessarily because you wanted to, but because basically your hand was forced.
Yeah, again, we got in a little bit of foul trouble early on in that game. We got to learn to move our feet a little bit better and not play so much with our hands. But again, those kids that came in, especially in the first half, really stepped up and did what they needed to do. Mm-hmm. So, as those others don't learn, the ones below them are learning, so there might be a trend moving that way.
You put 3 in doubles last night, 2 11s and a 14, and one of those kids was not Macy Brown. Here's what I liked about Macy last night. She continued to be your floor general. She was struggling from the floor shooting, but she kept shooting. Brian, is that something that maybe you discuss with her at a timeout or while she's on the bench?
Not really. I mean, Macy's a good shooter. Some nights you'll be on and some nights you're going to be off. But the key thing is she kept shooting. Even late in that game, we moved her off the point when Cammie was in to get her a wing shot, and we'd already talked before in practice that she's actually better as you're looking at the basket on the left-hand side. But she was lining up on the right, and I go, Macy, go to your side that you like. And she ran across there, got the shot, just rimmed in and out. So, it was one that we were hoping that would be a confidence builder for her to finish out the game. So, yeah, she did do a nice job as a floor general tonight. I really think that as she keeps growing as a player, she will learn how to use the offense better to her advantage. Sure. And there's some opportunities tonight for her to get involved in the offense to get some easy shots.
I would imagine some of those easy shots, be it 10 foot, be it 19 foot, is going to have to start falling early.
Yeah, I mean, she's going to be a streak shooter. So, she could miss a few early and she could hit a lot in a row. So it's nice to get them early to help build some confidence, but as you saw last night, if she misses, it just rolls off. I wish she'll keep shooting.
Yeah.
So
you got some big three-point shooting last night. Caitlin Rogers, Karina Peterson came in and nailed 3 of them for you. So shooting from behind the arc last night was a plus.
Yeah, Karina did a nice job, and I've told her, she knows her form's not necessarily the most perfect form for shooting, but I like to tell her, you're shooting like a senior. Mm-hmm. Just shooting with that senior confidence, and she made a comment in the newspaper that she's shooting like she don't care. Well, she cares, but she's shooting with confidence. That's her way of saying that. And, and Caitlin knows she's a good shooter. She's just got to figure out how to get her shot off a little bit quicker.
Logansport tonight, record isn't the best, but their competition is pretty good.
Yeah, they played some bigger schools. They play a tough conference. Size-wise, again, I think we're going to have a little bit of a size advantage. They got a couple of girls that are 5'10", and then after that, they're about 5'6", 5'7", and their 5'10" girls are wing girls that play a majority of the time on the varsity. So I think we're going to have that size advantage, but they're going to be faster. The conference and the competition that they do play, their speed is going to be above ours. So I think that could give us a little bit of a trouble tonight.
From what I understand, your bench is twice as deep as theirs.
Yeah, they really only have about 13, 14 girls. One girl got hurt in the accident there in Cass County a few weeks ago, so she's out. Yeah, they've actually played a few of their starters in JV games before. So, if a little bit of foul trouble comes their way, good things for the Zebras might happen.
You talk about a little bit of foul trouble. We go to one game, and our kids, the Winamac game, both teams are getting the crap kicked out of them. And then last night we start that game with little touches, and they were fouls. How do you coach that?
It's one of those that the players need to adjust the officiating, and we've talked to them about that before. It's some games you're going to get away with things, and other games you're not, and you've got to be able to adjust your game quickly. Yeah. We always try to say, hey, we want to come out aggressive, but we got to move our feet early in the game. and not so much with our hands. And if they're letting it be physical, then we'll use our hands. Sometimes we forget that. So,
okay, keys to a win.
Keys to a win, I think tonight is dealing with their speed. Their 5'10" girls get out and run the floor. We have to get back better on defense tonight is going to be a key. And then I think offensively we need to reverse the ball. The games that we've seen, they play some man, but mainly it's a 2-3 zone. I think if we reverse the ball and make them play defense, which some of them aren't very interested in doing for the Logansport team. So if we can make them play defense, I think we can find some good shots.
Okay, Brian, your 5 starters.
We're sticking with the same 5. It's been working pretty well for us. So Jordan Jennings and Macy Brown at the guard, Caitlin Rogers, Jenny Isbell at the forward, and Kenzie McKee in the middle.
Brian, thanks for your time. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Lady Zebra head coach Brian Jennings. Back with the tip after this. You're watching Lady Zebra basketball on RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Enyard's True Value in Rental is your local one-stop shop for all of your home improvement and party rental needs. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff help you with your next project or event. Start right. Start here. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com.
Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Welcome back to Rochester High School. Still pregame shoot-around for the Rochester Lady Zebras and Logansport Lady Berries. Bradley, Rochester comes into this game at 4-3. Logansport comes in 2-4. You don't dare look at the schedule, look at the record, I guess I should say, for Logansport because their schedule is rough.
Yeah, it is, and the only game I can even, draw any kind of feel for what this Logansport team does is from the Tippecanoe Valley game because we're so familiar with what Valley does. And it was the outside shooting for Tippecanoe Valley in that game, and that, consequently was Logansport's worst loss. I mean, Valley beat them by 30-some points and put 80 on the board, but it was all from outside shooting and getting up and down the floor quickly and a lot of ball pressure, pressure on the basketball. And so I think, obviously, those are the keys for Rochester tonight. If they can put pressure on the basketball, if they can make the outside shot. Last night, Peru was comfortable in the first half, leaving Rochester open from the perimeter. If Macy Brown and Karina Peterson and even Caitlin Rogers, if they can knock down those outside perimeter shots early in this game, it'll go really, really well for Rochester.
I'm anxious to see what we have left in the tank. This month has been a full month, as it has been year after year. But what do we have left tonight for this non-conference showdown? Yeah,
and then that plays right into what I was saying. If you can get your points from the perimeter and not have to fight the defense offensively, then as you have energy left to play defense at the other end of the floor. And, defense always leads to good offense if you can transition at that direction. So Coach Jennings thought that we would have a size advantage and maybe a speed advantage, and if that's the case,
we definitely have a bench advantage of the depth.
Yeah, and the depth. So even if we have to shuffle people in and out to keep fresh legs or deal with foul trouble, those all play in Rochester's favor.
If the JV game is any indication of what we're going to see out of Logansport's varsity, they like to chuck it from behind the arc.
yeah, which means you're going to have a lot of long rebounds. So again, if Rochester can take advantage of that, get those long rebounds to lead into transition buckets at the other end, good things will happen.
The JV game tonight went to overtime, and it was a dandy. Rochester was down by about 9 or 10.
They were down 10 with 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, I was going to say, midway through the fourth quarter, they come back to tie it up at 31. And Sadie Brown, with 2 seconds left in overtime, buried one from the free throw line to put the Lady Zebras over the top to give them a 35-33 win. And the Rochester JV now 6-1 overall. Emily Hughes with 10 tonight for the Lady Zebras. Let's take a minute here before the national anthem and meet your Rochester Lady Zebras.
Karina Peterson, 34, senior guard. Sierra Weathers, number 10, senior guard. Catherine Hughes, 24, senior post. Macy Brown, 12, junior guard.
Jordan Jennings, 20, junior guard.
Geneva Isbell, 14, junior wing.
Kinsey McKee, 40, junior, post.
Rain Craig, number 22, junior, guard.
Kim Batten, number 30, sophomore, guard.
Mercedes Brown, 32, sophomore, guard.
Cami Burkett, number 44, freshman, guard.
Lexi Thomas, 50, freshman, post.
Brianna Yarber, 24, freshman, guard.
Mackenzie Leslie, 32, freshman, guard.
Allie Pearson, 54, freshman, post.
Kinsey Bradley, 14, freshman, guard.
Emily Hughes, 52, freshman, post.
There they are, your basketball players 9 through 12. Time now for the national anthem performed by the Rochester High School Band.
And himself are making good faith and should be respected. Spectators can support both these teams by refraining from derogatory and demeaning comments. We hope that you'll enjoy tonight's game and support our students in a positive and sportsmanlike manner. Welcome to Rochester High School. Time now for the national anthem. If you'll please rise, gentlemen, remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem by our own RHS Band. Thank you very much, and welcome once again to Rochester High School for this varsity contest.
Again, viewing the nice game live on RTC TV4. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Time now for the starting lineups. First for Logansport Lady Berries, they have a record of 2-4. At one guard will be a senior, number 11, Taylor Pasquale. Another guard, a junior, number 24, Ellie Deerdorf. A senior, number 32, Jillian Rodriguez. A junior, number 42, Taru Karansari. And another junior, another forward, wearing number 50, Emily Kripe. Logansport coached by Miranda Cooper. For the Rochester Lady Zebras, at one guard, a junior wearing number 11, Jordan Jennings. A guard, a junior, number 12, Macy Brown. At one forward, a junior, number 14, Jenny Isbell. A forward, a sophomore, number 32, Caitlin Rogers. And in the middle tonight, for the Lady Zebras, a junior, number 40, Kinsey McKee. Rochester coach by Mr. Brian Jennings. You know, you talk about Caitlin Rogers and you talk about Kinsey McKee, they're going to have a game tonight in the paint.
They are. I mean, last night against Peru, Rochester got off to a 38-point first half while holding Peru to just 16. And a lot of it was because of McKee and Rogers and Isabel as well. McKee and Isabel both early on in that basketball game last night showing a lot of confidence when they had the basketball in their hands, going towards the basket, making things happen.
You know, defensively, we kind of went away from that 1-3-1 zone that had worked so well for us up to last night. We went away from that pretty easily, or pretty quickly.
Yeah, and the flip of that Peru put in that 2-1-2 zone, which really frustrated our guards out front. They trapped them against the side and took away the middle, the free throw lane, where McKee was having so much success in the first half. And I think that's something that, you know, as this team grows together throughout the season, they'll learn to adjust to that sort of stuff on the fly and try and find those open shooters again.
Again, the JV game tonight went to Rochester over Logansport 35-33 in overtime. Emily Hughes with 10 points in that ball game, but Sadie Brown, the biggest shot of the night. She drained one from about 15 feet with 2 seconds to play to put the Zebras up. In some cases, you might call that a buzzer beater.
Yeah, I would say it was, yeah.
Did you see last night's game? I would have won.
I know you would. That's why I didn't take the bet, because it was right there. I mean, you don't know how IU's going to play in that kind of an atmosphere at Cameron Fieldhouse, and if they played really, really bad, it could have been 30, 35 points. So
Pasquale and Rogers at jump center, and the Lady Zebras control it with McKee. McKee works to the wing, now top to Macy Brown, who drifts to her right. Looks like a man-to-man defense for Rochester. Jordan Jennings in the paint, jump stops there, kicks it back outside to Isbell. Jenny, 3 straight away is short, and the rebound tipped around, ball loose. Logansport comes out of there with it. Rodriguez brings it up the floor, right wing, right elbow, kicks it out to Pasquale, and she'll fire a 3. It's good. I tell you, I watched this young lady all summer, and if you don't get a hand in Pasquale's grill, it's going to be a long night for her.
And that was obvious if you saw, because she was a good step and a half behind the three-point arc on that, shooting over a defender.
Logansport in that half-court trap forces a Rochester turnover. Logansport going to get it back. As you can see, 7:20 to play in the first quarter, 3-0 Logansport.
Those unforced turnovers have been a problem for Rochester over the last week or so.
Did a pretty good job cutting those down from the Winamac game, but still plenty.
Still more than you'd like to see.
Four-court trap. Deerdorf breaks the press, goes to free throw line. No look pass to Kripe. Her jumper is no good. Offensive rebound for the Berries. Deerdorf, Pasquale high on the left side. Back to Deerdorf. Ellie Deerdorf, 3-ball left wing off the back of the rim, no good. Another offensive rebound for Logansport. Rodriguez with the basketball. Near side of Pasquale. Thought about a 3, drives it left. Still on the wing, kicks it out to Deerdorf between the rings at the volleyball line. Deerdorf studies. Man-to-man defense by the Lady Zebras. Pasquale, wrap around pass to Kripe. Now quickly to Rodriguez. Right elbow 3 is no good. Karen Sini the rebound. Her put back high off the glass and in. 5-0. Logansport with a minute and a half gone in the first quarter. Logansport just about steals that inbound pass.
Too many offensive rebounds by Logansport on that possession. Rochester got to do a better job of getting the body.
Isbell 15-footer, no good. McKee's put back high off the glass, no good. Gets a roll rebound back and in. That's how you pad your stats, young lady. I like it. Rochester breaks the scoreless streak. It's 5-2. Ellie Deerdorf coast to coast. Right-handed layup, no good. And the rebound to Jennings.
Wow, four white jerseys standing there, and the black jersey almost came up with it.
Yeah. Jennings gives to Brown. Macy across the timeline against the 2-3 zone. Isbell, right wing 3 for the Lady Zebras is short. McKee fights for the rebound. Her put back of the rim, no good. Rogers rebound off the glass and in.
That time Rochester, a much better job on the offensive boards.
Timeout, Logansport. It's a 30. You're watching Rochester Lady Zebra basketball on RTC TV4.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this. Got zone coverage, man coverage, combo coverages.
I don't know, Peyton. I think more like the coverage your nationwide agent offers.
Oh, you want to go there? Home, auto, life, business, farm, boat, RV, ATV, camper, pet, motorcycle, your tour bus. Did I mention farm?
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester.
Back at Rochester High School after this Logansport 30-second timeout. The Berries up 5-4, but Rochester on a 4-0 run with 5:51 to play in the first quarter. And now in a full-court press, Rodriguez. Karen's sorry to Deerdorf. She crossed the timeline in front of Macy Brown. Deerdorf over the top to Pasquale. Now to Kripe, back to Deerdorf. Ellie backs it out to the volleyball line, works right wing to Pasquale. Long, wide open 3 is good again.
You gotta know where Pasquale's at all times.
8-4. Logansport up now by 4 with 5.5 to play in the first half. Jennings saves him going out of bounds. Jordan at the basketball has her pass tipped away. Stolen, save him going out of bounds, and McKee takes it off the underarm of Pasquale. It'll stay with Rochester baseline left. Watching us live tonight on RTC TV4. Hopefully they keep it off of our mugs. You know, we've been doing radio for a long time. We've got a face for it. Jennings in the left corner for Rochester. Dribbles to her right. Now top of the key to Brown. Macy straightaway 3 is off the back of the rim. No good. And we're going to have a defensive rebound by Karen Sorry, but I believe Macy Brown is going to pick up that reach-in foul.
She is indeed. That'll be her first, team first.
Brad Thomas, David Musselman, here at Rochester High School with you. 5:10 to play in the first quarter. Logansport leading 8-4. Deerdorf walks it through the center circle against, there it is, the 1-3-1. Oh, maybe that's the 1-2-2. She loses the ball in the paint. Rochester's McKee picks it up and now gives to Brown. Macy brings up the floor on a trot.
And it creates a turnover.
That's right. Macy on the wing gives to Isbell. Jenny, pull-up jumper in the paint, is partially blocked, picked up by Pasquale and Logansport. She rips and runs for the Berries. Left wing for Logansport, goes all the way to the basket. Finger rolled layup is no good. McKee with the rebound, hands off to Brown.
Rochester doing a good job of attacking the basket. That time Isabel, the last trip down, Isabel took the ball, drove it into the paint to try and get a shot.
She's had some looks, just been a little short, has Jenny.
Yep.
Jennings to Brown, left wing three is good. Rochester and Macy Brown cuts the lead to 1. Logansport basketball. Deerdorf against the 1-2-2 zone defense. Panasari outside to Pasquale. Long three, short. Rebound tipped around, and I believe Rogers comes out of there with it. Now Macy will bring it up the floor. She crosses through the center circle. 2-3 zone by the Berries. Works to the left wing.
Double team down on the block. Nothing there.
I think I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
Isbell drives it left. Jump stop at the top of the key at the three-point line to McKee at the elbow. Out to Brown. Macy pulls it back out and resets for Rochester on the right wing now. Gets a pick from McKee, goes left. Gives him the corner to Isbell. She drives the baseline. Caught up by the good defense. Down to McKee. Kelsey brings the top of the key to Brown. 3:35 to play in the first quarter. Logansport leading 8-7. Right side to Rogers. Down low to McKee. She travels going to the basket.
Had the right idea. She just didn't get the ball down soon enough before she took that step.
Justine Brown comes into the game, and Karen Sari comes out for the Berries.
Macy Brown got a really good pick at the top of the key, and when she came off of it, she was wide open for the three, but she didn't realize she was open and didn't look for it.
Deerdorf splits the double team, loses her footing, ball off the bottom of the glass, picked up by Rochester. Now Brown with it. Brown across the timeline right, gets a pick from Torn Jennings, and will be called for an Eagle screen. I think that's a good call.
Yeah, that's her first, team second.
Karina Peterson and Kimmy Burkett will come in for the first time for Rochester, and they will replace Jordan Jennings and Jenny Isbell.
Karina Peterson came off the bench last night against Peru and hit 3 3-pointers and a couple of free throws for 11 points in that first half.
It really sparked them at the time they needed it.
It did.
8-7.
Helped open up that 22-point halftime lead.
Yeah. Logansport the basketball. Deerdorf against the 1-2-2. Out to Rodriguez. Rodriguez directs traffic. Pasquale, right elbow, loses the handle. And Logansport says we're going out of bounds. Wrap around pass to Pasquale. Top of the key to Deerdorf. Left wing three for the Berries. Nope. And a rebound to Brown. Macy brings it up for the Lady Zebras. Brown on the right wing. 2-3 zone for the Berries in the corner to Rogers. Caitlin Studies now to Peterson. Oh, she passed up a three to get to Brown. Brown will take a three left wing. Nope, off the mark. And the ball is going to bounce out of bounds. It'll go back to the Berries.
Substitution for the Berries, 42. Sorry.
No pressure from the Zebras as Logan brings it up court. They're going to drop back into their 1-2-2.
It's worked well to this point. 2:20 to play in the first quarter. Berries by 1 at 8-7. Pasquale on the right wing. Works to the right baseline. Cut off by the defense outside of Deerdorf. Pasquale, I was just told, is the daughter of head coach Miranda Cooper. Karen Sari misses the jumper, gets her own rebound. Rodriguez a long jumper, no good. Good block out by Karina Peterson. It's kind of road. Karen Sini out of the picture and then grabbed the board on top of that. Ball being tipped around.
The freshman, Cammie Burkett, took it to the bucket but couldn't get it to fall.
Deerdorf goes hard to the basket, and the Lady Zebra is going to pick up the foul. I believe that'll be a Macy Brown. It will be.
That's her second.
Team third.
Logan gets it in to Rodriguez, and her jumper off the glass is good.
90 seconds to play first quarter. Logansport by 3, and Rochester turns it over. 10-7, Berries. Ellie Deerdorfer walking up for the Lady Berries. She'll walk it through the center circle. Rochester now will be in a 2-3 zone. Rodriguez high on the left side. Now to Deerdorf. Gets a pick from Karen Sini. Outside of Pasquale. One dribble to her left. Throws up a shot. It's in and out. No good. That baby was down.
It looked good all the way.
Now Brown has it with a minute 5. 2-3 zone by the Berries. I don't believe, Brad, they've come out of that in this first quarter yet.
No, they haven't.
Peterson to Burkett. Timmy high on the right side of Isbell.
But they are extending it and trying to cut off the passing lanes across the top.
Peterson drives the baseline, cut off now to Burkett. Burkett kicks it out to Isbell. 3 straight away for the Lady Zebras off the window, no good. Good block out by the Berries, picked up by Karen Sari. Karen Sari out to Pasquale. Pasquale at the right elbow. 15-footer on the way is good, nothing but net.
She's got 8 in this first quarter for the Lady Berries.
32 seconds. 5-point lead for the Berries. Rochester brings it up with Brown. Macy gets a distraction from Peterson. Dribbles into the double team, kicks it out to Burkett with 20. Now Peterson sends right side to Isbell with 18. Jenny, couple of dribbles to her right. Picks up her dribble now with 13. Bounce pass to Burkett with 12. Timmy Burkett now to Isbell with 9. Jenny at the free throw line, kicks it out to Brown with 6. Wide open to Peterson, just inside the 3-point line. Jumper short, and the rebound to Rodriguez. Rodriguez will not get a shot off, and that'll do it for the first quarter. After 1, Logansport leads the Zebras 12-7. You're watching Lady Zebra basketball on RTC TV4.
At Co-Alliance Propane, we treat our customers like neighbors because, well, that's what we are. When you trust Co-Alliance Propane as your seriously local propane provider, you're trusting a team of professionals who live, work, and watch the game from right across the county, not the country. A team that's close by and seriously dedicated to your safety and providing the best service possible. Find out more about Co-Alliance Propane's seriously local service and how you can get 50 gallons of propane free at coalliancepropane.com.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
With nobody in her face, buries it, and now Rochester down by 8 at 15-7. And Logansport coming up in a half-court trap here. Isbell looking to get rid of it, does so to Burkett. Ball loose on the floor. Cammie picks it up. Cammie dribbles through traffic, gives to Jordan Jennings on the baseline. Jennings then has her pass kicked out of bounds. It'll stay with Rochester right in front of the student body, going to our left.
Logansport doing a really good job pressuring the ball handlers and taking away the passing lanes. Going to force Rochester to go left and take that extra step to try and get a pass across the court.
Rogers gets the inbounds pass. Isbell now. Jenny, right elbow extended. Left wing pass to Jordan Jennings. Now to Burkett. Of course, Macy Brown starts this quarter on the bench because she's saddled with 2 fouls. 40 seconds gone in the second quarter. Rochester trails Logansport 15-7, and we're going to have a 3-second violation whistled against the Lady Zebras. Deerdorf brings it up. 15-7 Logansport through the center circle against the 2-3. Pasquale out to Deerdorf. Over the top to Pasquale. Drives the left baseline. Cut off by the double team. Out to Deerdorf in the left wing. Long 3, left side. Short. And rebounded at the Berries. Pasquale drives it left to the left elbow extended. Backs it out behind a 3-point line against the double team of Burkett and Isbell. Now to Deerdorf. Here comes a 2-3 zone out to the volleyball line. Deerdorf fires it up from the free throw line off the glass and in. And now Rochester will use a 60-second timeout. You're watching Lady Zebra basketball on RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner, and Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years. Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe. Online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Ever wonder why your local TV bill keeps going up? The bulk of these increases are due to rising network fees. A few powerful media companies dictate what TV providers must pay to offer their channels to you. And every time networks demand more money, that affects what you pay every month. If TV providers don't meet their demands, networks threaten blackouts. Since 1999, these network fees have increased by 3.5 times the rate of inflation. To see what we're doing to keep network fees in check, visit
First Federal Savings Bank has provided mortgage loans.
6:41 to play in the first half. Rochester down by 10 at 17-7. Brad, you made a good point as we chucked the ball out of bounds. And that timeout, you said we act and look tired.
Yeah, they are. Physically, they're a step slow, and mentally, they're just not on cue. As I've seen that demonstrates there. You throw the ball, just throw it straight out of bounds.
I basically see two shooters. I see Deerdorf and I see Pasquale. Right. That's exactly what we saw in the JV game. They had two shooters, but yet it was a difficult time for us to get out and get those shooters.
Yeah. And I'm kind of surprised that Pasquale doesn't shoot more than she does. She's been open a number of times and turned down the shot.
Yeah, you're right. Here comes a half-court trap by the Lady Berries. Jennings, steps over the timeline. Another turnover in Rochester.
That's 6 now, and starting to pile up.
6:18 to play in the first half, 17-7. Again, you're watching Lady Zebra basketball tonight on RTC TV4. Thanks for joining us. Kelly on the cameras. Jeremy, the producer. Brad and I, hard to look pretty.
Pasquale.
Yep, nails the two-pointer.
She's got 10 now.
Against the trap, Bucket having a hard time, and we're going to have a foul coming against the Berries, Pasquale. And I believe that'll be the first team foul for Logansport in this half.
It is.
Yeah, Macy's going to have to come in and play really conservative defensively, not pick up that third foul, but we've got to have somebody to handle the ball.
And right now, Rochester really needs some offense.
True statement. 2 minutes gone in the second quarter. Coming to a halftime, Austin Onefield will join us for his talk about the JV win tonight. Logansport loses the basketball out of bounds. Rochester will keep possession. 5:55 to play in the first half. Let's see. Friday night, we're at Winnemac.
Yes, with the boys.
With the guys. Back here Saturday with the guys as they play number 5, LaVille.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
Isbell, jump stops, loses the handle, ball loose, gives it to Peterson. And now we're going to have another timeout taken by the Lady Zebras. It is 8:30. You're watching Lady Zebra basketball on RTC TV4.
First Federal Savings Bank has provided mortgage loans for over 50 years.
We're now offering commercial loans to support our local businesses.
We offer business loans for real estate, equipment, lines of credit, and investments. We also offer Simply Free business checking for all your banking needs.
Contact Lindy Breeden, our business lending expert, to take the worry out of your business banking.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
.545 to play in the second quarter. Rochester down 19-7. And after the Rochester timeout, here's what I like. Sometimes you got to get in the face of somebody. Yeah. And Coach Jennings got in their face there in that 30-second timeout. I like it. You got to fight a hot button somehow, and maybe that was it.
Well, when they're frustrated and mentally tired, you got to get them fired up somehow.
That's right. That three-point was short. Pasquale has her dribble knocked out of bounds by the Zebras. And they'll go back to Logansport. Kinsey McKee back into the game, and Peterson will sit down.
First Federal Savings Bank.
Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. 5.5 to play in the first half. Rochester up 19-7. Ellie Deerdorf walks it through the center circle where the 2-3 zone awaits her at the free throw line. Pasquale on the right wing. Looks back door to Deerdorf in the paint. kicks it out to a wide open Karen Sari, and her three is good. So much for those two, the only scores. Karen Sari, I'm guessing, stands about, what, 5'10", 5'11"?
Yeah.
And Rochester is forced a turnover again. Deerdorf, right-handed layup off the window is good again. 24-7. Rogers gets it into Brown. Macy brings it up. 2-3 zone will await them, and the pass is kicked off. Now Deerdorf stops, pops, jumper at the free throw line is no good, and Burkett grabs the board. Cammie heads to the other end, stops, and gives off to Macy Brown. Macy on the right wing in the corner to Isbell. Jenny, spin move, takes it back to the baseline, then dribbles to the middle of the floor. Pull-up jumper at the free throw line is no good. Kreiber the rebound. Pasquale now for Logansport. Pasquale on the right wing, sends high on the left side to Deerdorf. No look pass. Karen Sari, Pasquale to Deerdorf, down low to Kripe. Kripe camps in the lane, no call. Outside to Brown, now to Pasquale. Karen Sari in the paint, left-handed layup. Oh, that was easy.
She just drove right in, laid it up. Rochester standing flat-footed on their heels.
I have a feeling Coach Jennings, looking up and down his bench here, is wondering somebody's going to come in here and give it all they've won. The wraparound pass to Pasquale, layup is short. Rebound to Isbell, ball loose. Ball still loose, we're going to have a tie-up. Logansport's going to get possession. Rodriguez back into the game, and Pasquale will sit down. 3:52 to play in the first half. It's 27-6 Logansport. Deerdorf, lob pass in over the defense to Rodriguez. Karen Sari to Deerdorf. Elliott drives into the paint, kicks it out to a wide open Karen Sari. Her three is good again.
They are shooting really, really well. Yeah.
29-7. What was the score after one, Brad?
12-7.
Wraparound pass to Isbell. She breaks a double team. She's in the paint, loses the handle, picks up a loose ball out to Brown. Brown on the right wing for Rochester. 3.5 to play in the first half. And Macy is fouled on the drive before the shot. It'll be out of bounds to the Lady Zebras baseline right.
Barry's 32, Rodriguez, her first team
Rodriguez picks up her first, team second.
Jenny Isbell will trigger in the inbounds pass. Isbell studies. Lobs in it over the top to Brown. Brown through her hands, picks it up at the Logansport volleyball line, and will now cross the timeline again. Crossover dribble, goes to the paint, stops, pops, footer off the glass, is good.
And that breaks a long drought for Rochester.
29-9. 3:15 to play in the first half. Brown for Logansport, air ball, but a foul coming on Rochester. And Justine Brown, I believe, will go to the line to shoot two. Was that on the shot?
Yeah, Isbell picks up that foul. Her first, team fourth.
JV won tonight, 35-33 in overtime. Emily Hughes with 10. Sadie Brown, the game winner with 2 seconds to play. From the free throw line, Austin Onafield will be up there at the break to talk to us. That free throw bank in?
You did.
Okay.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it did. Second one is no good, and Isbell grabs the board. Brown now brings it up. 3 minutes to play first half, 30-9 at Logansport. Macy against a 2-3. High on the right side to Rogers. Down low to McKee. McKee on the block, being double teamed. Kicks it back to Rogers. Now to Isbell at the right elbow. Her jumper is short, and Brown with the rebound. Macy wraparound pass to McKee, backs her way in, throws up a shot, no good, puts it back up and good.
Good job by McKee to stay with it. Get the putback.
Deerdorf goes coast to coast, and then has her pass stolen by Burkett. Cammie now to Macy, 2.5 to play in the first half. 30-11. Logansport, Brown to the free throw line, out to Burkett. Burkett on the left wing for the Lady Zebras. Dribbles over the right hand, goes to the free throw line, out to Rogers to the volleyball line. High on the right side to Brown. Back to Rogers behind the arc on the right side, now to Brown in the corner. She'll fire a long three for the Lady Zebras, is short, and the rebound to the Berries and Brown. Deerdorf now brings it up. Deerdorf will slow up. She'll get a pick from Kripe. She'll go to the elbow. Wide open jumper, no good. Rochester lucked out there. Boy, Ellie Deerdorf was wide open at the elbow.
She's knocked a couple of those down already in this ball game.
Brown top of the key. She'll shoot from the free throw line, no good. And the rebound to Kripe for the Berries. Now to Deerdorf. Berries on a 3-on-1 break. Ellie Deerdorf. Oh, double dribbles. I think she had thoughts of maybe going cross lane to Karen Sari. But nice defense by Rogers.
Yeah,
cutting off that passing lane.
Rochester did a good job of getting back and filling the lane so that they couldn't get those.
Yeah.
That good cross-court pass.
30-11. Logansport up late here in the second quarter. 100 seconds to go in the second quarter. Brown to Isbell. Jenny the free throw line. Left wing pass to Burkett. Down low to McKee. Wide open jumper's good.
Nice job by Burkett to find McKee down low on the opposite block. Logansport kind of lost track of it.
Yeah, she did. They did. You're right. 30-13, Logansport. Pasquale. Karen Sari to Kripe. Out of bounds. Going to go back to Rochester.
That's 3 turnovers on the last 3 possessions by Logansport.
Jordan Jennings back in, and Jenny Isbell will sit down. Macy Brown also coming out. Karina Peterson back in for the Lady Zebras. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. 1:18 to play in this second quarter here at Rochester. You're watching Lady Zebra basketball on RTC TV 4. Ball's loose, picked up by Peterson, across the timeline to Burkett. Cammie Burkett drives it right, pulls it back outside over the top to Peterson. 3 straight away from the senior is good.
And that's what Karina Peterson was doing last night against Peru, was knocking down them open threes.
Under a minute to play. A big defensive stand here coming for the Lady Zebras. They're down now by 14. Deerdorf around the defense, goes to the basket, throws up a shot, no good. Ball is going to be knocked out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Peterson. It'll stay with Logansport baseline right. Ellie Deerdorf didn't even hesitate. She brings it down, sees a little seam on the left side and goes straight to the basket. She just missed it.
You're right, yep.
Deerdorf gets the inbounds pass with 45. Wrap around pass to Rodriguez. 15-footer is short. Rebound fall forward. Logansport comes out of there with it. Deerdorf, right wing, inside the arc, backs it out behind the three-point line. Pasquale that is, goes in for the left-handed layup. No good. Rebound to Rochester's Peterson with 30. Rochester can make a big dent in this, which once was 20 not very long ago. Peterson left wing, now to Burkett with 20. Bounce pass to McKee with 19. McKee throws up a shot, it goes in off the window.
McKee now with 8.
Lead is down to 12 for Logansport. 10 seconds. Deerdorf drives right with 9 in the paint. Outside to Kripe with 7. Pasquale with 5. Her shot blocked by Rogers with 3. Now to Burkett with 2. Burkett not going to get a shot off. At halftime, Logansport leads the Rochester Lady Zebras 30-18. You're watching Rochester basketball on RTC TV 4.
There's been a lot of talk lately about net neutrality. At RTC, our customers receive the full and open internet and nothing less. We are not the gatekeeper, toll operator, or curator. A free and open internet has been the single biggest driver of innovation over the last generation, and we want that engine of innovation to live on in our customers. If you ever have a question about your internet service, give RTC a call. We are here for you.
Back at Rochester High School, at halftime, Logansport leads the Rochester Lady Zebras 30-18. Austin Ottefield joins us here at the break, and before we get to your game, let's talk about the last 2 minutes of this varsity game. It looks like to me, and you correct me if I'm wrong, it looks like to me you guys are running on fumes. And that little push there towards the end of the first half cut it from 20 to 12.
Yeah, definitely. And what we're trying to really instill in these players is to move the ball. The less dribbles against the zone is really what we're looking for. And the last 3 times we scored was we got it to the middle on a pass, another opposite pass, and they got to start understanding, not the first 2 passes, but that third pass is what gets you open in the zone. And we're starting to really understand, like, the whole aspect of it, and we're starting to and it's starting to click with some of these players, and hopefully it can turn it on. And
what do you think is being addressed right now about the wide open shot that the guard, whoever's bringing it up, Pasquale or Deerdorf, just dribbles to the elbow or maybe even dribbles coast to coast, and we don't have anybody stepping in our way?
Definitely. That is just on the defense. You have to start stepping up, and you have to take pride in your defense. And that's something we're really trying to pick up is someone's got to pick ball up. You can't look at each other and have someone dribble it up because the point guard had a straight on 3 very from the beginning, and then she's able to dribble right between 2 defenders. It just comes down to who wants it more, and right now Logansport's really showing some effort.
Austin, your game was a fuzz exciting tonight.
Definitely. We're trying to make it exciting. But
well, you did it. They got their money's worth tonight, buddy.
Yeah, definitely. Not exactly how we wanted to do it, but I think it's a good learning curve. We were down heading into halftime, and now we're starting to really learn how to play and start to sit back. We were down 10, slowly breaking it back, but not Austin, a game you want to
You were down 10 with about 3 minutes to play in the game.
Yes. It's like I said, we're trying to learn it. It's the first time that I think any of these girls have really played a team that one, had a 6'3" girl on the team, but also had 2 knockdown shooters in the game. So, you know, it's kind of, we got to start learning, you know your players, KYP, know your personnel is what we really try to speak to. And is we got 2 shooters on the floor, got to start hedging out towards them, cheating out towards them, make someone else create a play.
Austin, I heard you say a lot of the same thing tonight during that game, and that's not bad, but I'm wondering how quickly those girls now will catch on to that.
Definitely. It's starting to click. One of the big things was we switched up our defense, and we've never ran this type of defense before, and it's just starting to click to these guys that they're able to pick up on stuff, but it's breaking down the small key things like when I was telling the pressure of the point guard and make her give it up, we need to have somebody on the reversal side to steal the pass, and it's just starting to really get down to the nitty-gritty, you know, start noticing what openings are in the defense.
Sadie Brown, a big jumper at the free throw line with 2 seconds to play.
Yeah, definitely. I would like to say that's how we drew it up, but
you know what? You can tell me anything and I'll buy it.
She is one of our best IQ basketball players, and she understood, you know, the play wasn't there. She broke it off, and that was one of her key shots. And from her shot chart, you could see her first threes. They were not good threes and weren't good shots. But now when she started shooting inside 15 feet, she started to understand this is her shot, and she made 3 straight jump shots.
Kinsey Bradley looks like was dinged up in that game. Can you talk about her injury?
Yeah, definitely. And I just wanted to give a shout out to her. She was our workhorse today. She was pressuring the ball. She caused so many turnovers just from her defense. And right now, as you can see, she's out here rebounding shots. She's fine, but I think it's a little bit of a scare from what happened to her during the summer a couple years ago.
Well, I tell you what, Austin, I coached to Kinsey Bradley many summers, and she is a phenomenal athlete. Might be one of the best athletes on the team.
Definitely, and that's what we're really trying to push with, is she's able to guard almost all positions. And what we want to start really using her with is, you know, we got to get her to understand, to start reading defenses. You know, if they got to pick the ball up, take away the reversal pass. And that was one of the biggest things I was yelling, take the reversal pass away. And sort of at the end, it started to click when we started to make our run.
6-1?
6-1, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, good luck Saturday night.
Yep, thank you.
JV coach Austin Onafield here at Rochester. We are at the break. The Lady Berries lead the Rochester Lady Zebras 30-18. You're listening to Lady Zebra and watching Lady Zebra basketball on RTC TV4.
RTC cable subscribers. Now you can watch your favorite cable networks wherever you are, on your phone, tablet, or computer. Just log on to www.watchtveverywhere.com. Enter your RTC account information and sign up to watch TV everywhere. Live sports, videos on demand, and more, all for free with your RTC cable subscription. Watch TV everywhere. Another great service from RTC.
At Co-Alliance, we understand the importance of community. After all, we've been farmer-owned since the 1920s. And now that we're a part of your community, we want to become your total agronomy solutions provider. Co-Alliance offers the latest in ag technology for your operation. From field scouting and fertilizers to premium seed and precision agriculture, we can help take your operation to the next level. Put the resources of your local cooperative to work. Contact Co-Alliance today.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Enyard's True Value in Rental is your local one-stop shop for all of your home improvement and party rental needs. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff help you with your next project or event. Start right. Start here. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com.
Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this. Got zone coverage, man coverage, combo coverages.
I don't know, Peyton. I think more like the coverage your nationwide agent offers.
Oh, you want to go there? Home, auto, life, business, farm, boat, RV, ATV, camper, pet, motorcycle, your tour bus. Did I mention farm?
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester.
At Co-Alliance Propane, we treat our customers like neighbors because, well, that's what we are. When you trust Co-Alliance Propane as your seriously local propane provider, you're trusting a team of professionals who live, work, and watch the game from right across the county, not the country. A team that's close by and seriously dedicated to your safety and providing the best service possible. Find out more about Co-Alliance Propane's seriously local service and how you can get 50 gallons of propane free at coalliancepropane.com.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank, online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Brown with 5, Rogers with 2, and McKee with 8, and Peterson with 3. They did not take any free throws in the first half of that game, turned the ball over 9 times.
What I'd like to know, and I know we don't keep that, but what is Logansport shooting from 20 feet?
Yeah, pretty well. They hit 4 or 5 3-pointers in that first half to Rochester's 2. But you're right, they had a lot of drives into the paint where they had shots from 3 to 5 feet away.
Yeah.
And boy, if they make better than half of those, it's you know, they got another 10 points on top of what they already got.
You know, it'll be interesting to see how mentally tough we are right now.
Yeah.
Because if we are as tired as we seem to be, we're just going to have to tell our mind that the body is wrong and we're not that tired.
Right, yeah. And, boy, there's no really good tricks because it's a real individual thing. When the brain says you're tired, you know, that you got to rely on individual things to try and figure that out, which makes it tough as a coach because, you know, yelling and screaming doesn't always do the trick. So, yeah, Rochester put 38 points up in that first half last night. They're going to have to figure out a way to.
At halftime from Val. Northwestern leads Mechanical 56-4.
Yikes.
Yikes indeed. So Rochester will start the third quarter of the basketball. Going to our right. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Brown to the free throw line. Loses the handle. Ball loose on the floor. And it's going to be a tie-up. And Rochester going to give it back to Logansport on a zebra turnover. 56-4. Think they'll win the 3A again?
I'd say they're looking.
Do you like rhetorical questions? Because I think that's one of them.
They're looking pretty good.
Rochester full court press. Deerdorf breaks that press down to Karen Sari, and she puts it in for 2.
And there you're seeing the fatigue. The mental mistake bringing the ball up and the slow getting back on defense.
Jennings right in front of the Rochester bench. Jordan gets a double team and steps out of bounds. 2 trips, 2 turnovers for the Lady Zebras. Logansport going to get it back.
Hey, guess what? They like to trap. And they like to trap on the corners.
Yep. It's a triple team, isn't it?
Yep. Maybe try and take the ball in the middle.
Ball pass in to Squally. Bounce into Karen Sari. She drives the left baseline. She puts it in for 2. That's easy. Easy pickings. 34-18. 45 seconds gone in the third quarter. Here comes the trap again. Yep. Round around the trap goes to the baseline. He's going to be shoved out of bounds by Kripe. It'll be out of bounds to the Lady Zebras baseline right. Guys, basketball this weekend, a doubleheader. Rochester and Winnemac at Winnemac on Friday. Rochester here with number 5 LaVille on Saturday.
Should be 2 really good ball games.
It should be. You're exactly right. Nice test for all 3 teams here early on. Emily Hughes has her shot blocked away. Now Deerdorf to a wide open Karen Sari. Left-handed layup is good. Logansport had 2 girls leak out and was wide open down the floor.
Rochester just not getting back defensively.
And now we're going to have a reach-in foul, I believe, coming against Deerdorf with under 7 to play in the third quarter. The lead is back to 18 at 36-18 in favor of the Berries. Brown, bounce pass into Isbell, back to Macy on the left wing. Macy looks back door to Isbell, has her down low. Her jumper over Kripe is no good. The rebound putback is no good, but Allie Pearson's going to be fouled on the putback, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
So Pasquale picks up the foul. That's her second.
At the line, shooting 2, Pearson.
Allie Pearson, yep.
First free throws of the night for the Lady Zebras.
6-foot freshman. Misses the first one. She'll have one more. Brown back in for Logansport. And sitting down will be Pasquale, who has 2 personals. Pearson with one more for the Lady Zebras. Eyes the second one. Misses it. Rebound to Brown, and Logansport outlets to Deerdorf. Deerdorf right side of the floor, across the timeline. Right elbow extended, backs it out behind the three-point line. Gets a pick, goes in the paint. Jumper on the way is no good, partially blocked. It's going to go out of bounds. It was not partially blocked. It'll go out of bounds. Back to Rochester. 6.5 to play in the third. 36-18 Logansport. Here comes a half-court trap. It worked really well for Logansport in the first half, and then Brown travels. Well, Macy got across the timeline, then nobody helped her.
She did a good job taking the ball back towards the center of the floor to avoid the baseline, but Jenny Isabel was too slow getting up the court and couldn't help her. She was in the back court.
6:20 to play in the third. Karen Sari takes it left hard, goes to the basket. Layup is good, and a foul.
Nobody putting any kind of effort into stopping Karen Sari.
Basket's good for Logansport. Sari fouls on 23. Hughes, her first.
Emily Hughes picks up a foul. Karen Sari at the line to shoot 1. Looking to push this lead to 21, and she does so. Pasquale back in for the Berries, and Rodriguez comes out.
9 points in this third quarter for Karen Sari. She's got 19 in the ballgame.
You're kidding.
No.
I would have never guessed that.
She had 2 in the first quarter.
Lob pass down low, goes out of bounds, and Logansport going to get it back. .6:07 to play in the third. 39-18 Logansport. Deerdorf will walk it up. Jennings will pick her up at the timeline through the center circle, takes it right. Bounce pass to Pasquale on the right wing, gets a pick from Brown, runs around the pick, goes to the left elbow, pulls it out behind the three-point line, now accelerates to the basket. Karen Sari that is, out to Kripe. Deerdorf, straightaway 3, good.
3 for Deerdorf.
42-18. 5:40 to play in the third. Here comes a half-court trap. Brown is going to have it tied up with Brown, and it'll stay with Lady Zebras right in front of the Rochester bench. Burka back into the game, and Macy Brown to sit down.
Zebra lineup 1, Burka. And for Logansport, 32, Rodriguez.
Isbell will trigger it in from the scores table. It's in the Burkett 2-3 zone by the Berries. Isbell drives it right. Karen Sari.
I like her. Yep, rides her right out of bounds. Another turnover.
She got a nice frame. She got nice footwork, and she can shoot it from wherever. Rodriguez against Pearson, and Allie Pearson's going to pick up the foul, and Rodriguez will go to the line for Logansport to shoot 2.
First on Pearson, team second.
Pearson, her first, team second at the line for Logansport, shooting 2.
Rodriguez with just 2 points.
Free throw is good for Rodriguez to make it a 43-18 game. Rodriguez, one more, the senior. Fires a second one, good again, nothing but net. 44-18. Half-court Crap Burkett. Gets it over the top of Jennings. Jennings will go into for the shot. The shot no good. The putback by Isbell is no good. Her putback again is good this time. Jenny Isbell, 2 shots. Finally got one to fall.
Isbell did a good job of crashing the board from the opposite block to get the rebound.
Pasquale, wide open 3 is good. Pasquale, wide open 3 from the left corner.
That's her third 3 of the ball game.
Here comes a half-court trap. Jennings along the timeline, steps over the timeline.
That's the worst place on the basketball court to dribble the ball.
It's a quadruple.
When you know they're going to trap you.
So Peterson back in for Rochester and Jennings to sit down. Berries with the basketball going to our left. 5, make that 4:52 to play in the third quarter. It's a 27-point Logansport lead. Deerdorf kicks it out to Alexa Pasquale. Her jumper no good. Burkett will go coast to coast. Chop no good, but a foul coming on the Berries. And that's going to send the freshman Cammie Burkett to the line to shoot 2 for the Lady Zebras.
Rodriguez picks up the foul, her second, team fourth.
32, Rodriguez, her second, team fourth.
And Burkett making the first trip to the free throw line.
4:39 to play in the third quarter. The free throw is no good for the freshman. She'll have one more. Second one for Cammie. Off the back of the rim. Peterson fights for the rebound. It's going to be a tie-up. It's going to go back to Logansport. Rochester will be, it looks like, in a half-court trap. Nova will slide off to the 2-3 zone. Deerdorf, left corner. Back to Deerdorf. Wrap-around pass to Rodriguez. Out to Pasquale. Her jumper from the free throw line is in and out, no good. Rebound to Kripe. Kripe then dribbles it off the leg of Emily Hughes out of bounds. It'll stay with Logansport. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Pasquale to a wide open Deerdorf. Her leaner on the way is no good. A lot of contact, no foul. And now we're going to have a travel as 3 Lady Zebras fighting over the rebound. Taylor Pasquale looks to get it in. Over the top to sister Alexa. 3 straight away, no good. She hit a ton of those in the JV game. Offensive rebound for Logansport. Pasquale through the traffic. Outside to Kripe, in the corner to Rodriguez. Rodriguez drives the right baseline. On the give and go, gives to Kripe. Ball loose on the floor. Logansport again, another loose ball.
Yeah, and Rochester's, again, just tired. I mean, Logan's beating them to the loose ball, beating them to the spot.
Deerdorf to Kripe. Pasquale, another 3 right wing. Nope. And the ball's going to be knocked out of bounds by Rochester. Logansport keeps possession. Macy Brown will come back in for the Lady Zebras. 3:40 to play in the third. It's 47-20. Logansport. Deerdorf to Rodriguez. Rodriguez puts up a tough shot over Burke and it goes in. 49-20. Burke quickly up the floor. She'll go coast to coast. Her leaner on the way is good and a foul.
Saber basket, number 1, Burkett. Fouls on 50, Craig, her second. Team 5th.
Logansport will bring back in Brown.
Karen, sorry.
Karen, sorry, yep. Rodriguez and Deerdorf come out.
Burkett at the line for 1.
Burkett at the line for 1 freebie. No good. And we're going to have a foul on Peterson for coming to the back of Alexa Pasquale.
That'll be her first, team third. Kern, sorry, brings the ball up the court.
Works to the right wing to Pasquale. She has a left wing 3. She fires it in and out, no good. Peterson with the rebound. Karina clears to Macy Brown. 3:05 to play in the third quarter. 49-22. Emily Hughes tied up in the lane, but we're going to have a foul called on Logansport, and the freshman Emily Hughes will go to the line to shoot 2. So you have 3 freshmen on the floor right now for Rochester, a junior and a senior.
It's the first foul on Brown, team 5th.
Free throw is no good. Maybe not tonight, but is that a lane violation? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, most generally.
Maybe the score dictates if it's a lane violation.
Maybe.
I see. Emily Hughes.
She didn't mean to.
Oh, sure. Okay, yeah, I'm with you. Karen Sari, left wing, now left elbow, backs it out behind the 3-point line, has her pocket picked by Peterson. Karina Peterson, left-handed layup, no good, but a foul coming on Logansport, and Karina Peterson will go to the line to shoot 2 for Rochester.
First on Kern, sorry.
Fouls coming on Kasari. First, team 7th.
Peterson's free throw off the mark, no good. Yeah, we're having some leg issue right now.
Yeah.
Second one's good this time by Peterson. 2:50 to play in the third quarter, 49-23. Barry's on top. Pasquale works to the left wing. Hands off to Alexa, her sister. Around the defense at the top of the key. Saw Karen, sorry, too late. We're going to have a tie-up. Rochester going to get it back on the Logansport turnover.
It's just a 7th turnover against Logansport.
2.5 minutes to play in the third. 49-23, Logan. Burkett to Brown. Right wing. Dump pass down low. Allie Pearson. Her jumper's no good, but a foul coming on Brown for Logansport, and Allie Pearson will go back to the line to shoot 2.
It's 2 on Brown.
For Logansport, her second teammate at the line, shooting 2, Pearson.
First one for the freshman is off the mark, no good. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Watching the game live tonight on RTC TV4. Thanks for joining us. Second one short. Rebound to Peterson. Good fight for Karina. Picks up her dribble on the wing. Got to get rid of it now. Does down low to Pearson. Pearson backs away in and loses it out of bounds.
Well, Rochester didn't shoot any free throws in the first half, and they're 1 of 9 here in the third quarter.
2:10 to play in the third. And now we're going to have a legal screen on Pasquale, who just ran over Macy Brown. Trucked her, in fact.
That'll be her third.
Logansport, Pasquale, her third. Team 9.
So Logansport, or make that Rochester, going to get it back. A little pressure in the backcourt. Burkett gets the inbounds pass on the run, across the timeline. Right elbow, backs it out, now accelerates to the rim. Down low to Pearson. Her shot's partially blocked again from behind. Picked up by the Berries. And now Burkett will pick up a foul.
Burkett will pick up her first, team 4th.
Number 1, Burkett, her first, team 4th.
Under 2 to play in the third. 49-23. Logansport, Berries with it going to our left. Taylor Pasquale. Outside to Alexa. High on the right side. She hit a few from there, I think, in the JV game. Around Macy Brown. Hooked her with her right elbow. No call. In the corner now for Logansport. Over the top. Ball picked off and stolen by Peterson. Karina Peterson will walk in for the right-handed layup, and it's in.
Good defense by Peterson.
Anticipation.
Yep. Jumped the passing lane, got her a bucket at the other end.
Minute 20, and now we're going to have a foul on Peterson for the reach-in.
That's her second.
Team 5th.
1:25 to play in the third, 49-25. Logansport, they've got the basketball.
32, Rodriguez.
Pasquale will look to get it in around Peterson. Does so to Deerdorf, who's back in the game. Deerdorf from the wing, wide open 3 is short. And Burkett picks up the loose ball. Rebound. Burkett across the timeline. Picks up her dribble now to Macy Brown. Macy on the right wing. Dribbles against Deerdorf. Takes her to the baseline. We're going to have a foul coming on Deerdorf for the reach-in. And that's going to send Rochester to the line. 4-2. That's a 10th team foul.
10 at the line, shooting 2.
Gonna make it?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Brown on the line to shoot 2 for the Lady Zebras with a minute 7 to play in the third. Macy's first one is good, nothing but net. She'll have one more. Second one is good. 49-27. Rodriguez has her pass, ball taken away, picked up by Peterson. Karina crosses the timeline, left with 50 seconds in the third. Drives it right at the elbow in the paint, partially blocked, gets her own rebound. The putback is good.
He stayed with it.
40 seconds to play in the third. To the center circle is Deerdorf for 32. High on the left side against Peterson. Squally now with 20. Drives it right against Brown. Now drives it left against Brown. Left elbow extended. We're going to have an illegal screen coming. Is that going to be on Deerdorf or Rodriguez?
Foul's on 24.
It's on Deerdorf, her third.
16 seconds to play in the third quarter. It's a 20-point lead for Logansport right now at 49-29. Burkett through the center circle. Top of the key. 2-3 zone by Logansport with 10. Down low to Allie Pearson with 7. Step back jumper is no good. Hughes' putback is no good. Her putback again is good with 1. And that'll do it for the third. After 3, Rochester trails Logansport 49-31. You're watching Lady Zebra basketball on RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years. Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe. Online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Ever wonder why your local TV bill keeps going up? The bulk of these increases are due to rising network fees. A few powerful media companies dictate what TV providers must pay to offer their channels to you. And every time networks demand more money, that affects what you pay every month. If TV providers don't meet their demands, networks threaten blackouts. Since 1999, these network fees have increased by 3.5 times the rate of inflation. To see what we're doing to keep network fees in check, visit tvonmyside.com.
Welcome back to Rochester High School. We're going to the fourth. Lady Zebras trail Logansport right now 49-31. And Logan will get the basketball to start the fourth period going to our left. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. We're getting heckled from the crowd.
Are we?
We are. Well,
you are.
Yeah,
via text. See, that's why I leave my phone in my pocket.
Karen Sari looks back door to Deerdorf. Deerdorf fakes, drives, wrap around pass down low to Kripe. Foul on the shot. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Fouls on 14.
Isabel picks up her second.
Kripe right-handed free throw is short. She'll have another one.
Free throw line for the Bears.
Second one is good this time as it rolls around and falls through. Lexi Thomas in the game for the first time for Rochester. Burkett dribbles through the double team. Isbell. Peterson. Back to Burkett. Wrap around pass down low to Thomas. Loses in the paint. Picks it up. Puts up a tough shot. No good. Fights for the rebound. Has it back. Put back. No good. Burkett with the rebound. Gets it out to Peterson behind the arc left wing. Karina drives. Throws up a tough shot. Out of bounds. Partially blocked by Logansport. It'll stay with the Zebras. Out of bounds baseline left. 7:16 to play in the game. 50-31 Logan. Isbell to wide open Peterson. She puts a shot up. Foul on the shot by Brown. And Karina Peterson will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Lady Zebras.
Brown will pick up her third.
14. Brown, her third. Peterson at the line for 2.
Peterson with 5 of her 8 in that third quarter.
Karina hits the first free throw. She'll have one more. Final. Val says Northwestern squeaked by Mechanical tonight, 85-12. Pasquale.
A little rusty, maybe, were they?
Cripe loses the handle. And now we're going to have a travel called against Rochester. Minute gone in the fourth quarter. Logansport up 50-33. Buries the basketball, and the inbounds pass is going to go right back out of bounds. Rochester going to get it back on the turnover. Seven minutes to play in the game. Peterson goes to the baseline. Picks up a dribble to Burkett, and she'll drive it left. And now we're going to have a legal screen.
I believe so.
Lexi Thomas going to be whistled for that.
Picks up her first.
Fouls on zebras, number 5, Thomas, for first, team 7.
Ellie Deerdorf drives the paint, backs it out behind the three-point line of the baseline. Now will pull up for a 10-footer. It's off the back of the rim, no good. Peterson fighting hard, comes out over the basketball and runs. Peterson coast to coast, left-handed layup, no good, but a foul coming on Pasquale. And Peterson lands hard on her backside. She'll jump up and go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
That's 4 on Pasquale.
Logansport number 11, Pasquale, her 4th. At the line, shooting 2, Peterson.
Peterson with 10 points again tonight. Follow up her 11 she had last night.
Free throw is good.
She missed that one.
Rochester will use a 60-second timeout. You're watching Lady Zebra basketball on RTC TV4.
First Federal Savings Bank has provided mortgage loans for over 50 years.
We're now offering commercial loans to support our local businesses.
We offer business loans for real estate, equipment, lines of credit, and investments. We also offer Simply Free business checking for all your banking needs.
Contact Lindy Breeden, our business lending expert, to take the worry out of your business banking.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
There's been a lot of talk lately about net neutrality. At RTC, our customers receive the full and open internet and nothing less. We are not the gatekeeper, toll operator, or curator. A free and open internet has been the single biggest driver of innovation over the last generation, and we want that engine of innovation to live on in our customers. If you ever have a question about your internet service, give RTC a call. We are here for you.
6:29 to play in the game, 50-34 Logansport. And after the Rochester timeout, they'll have it. I'm sorry, Logansport will be at the free throw line to shoot free throws.
2 shots for Craig.
Crab at the line to shoot 2.
Or 1 and a bonus.
This is my first game too. Peterson goes to the basket, has a pocket pick by Deerdorf. Deerdorf out sprints the Lady Zebras to the basket. High off the glass, her layup is good.
2 for Deerdorf.
6-10. Deerdorf gives to Peter, or make that Burkett gives to Peterson. Half court trap, ball knocked away. Peterson has it back, now to Burkett. Cammy goes to the basket, right-handed layup is no good. And the rebound to Logan. Karen, sorry. Has the ball kicked away. Right there is those Deerdorf and Peterson. It's going to be tied up. Rochester going to get it back.
Possession, Zebras.
She is fighting. You're talking about leaving everything left on the out on the floor.
Yeah, Peterson.
That's
yeah.
Yep. Peterson, top of the key, thought about a 3, passed it up, dribbles to her left a couple of times, Now to Isbell. Brown fights for the rebound. It's going to be tied up. Possession, Logansport.
Logansport basketball.
You know who we haven't seen this half a lot? Maybe not at all.
McKee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a foul situation? We don't, do we?
No. Matter of fact, she doesn't have any fouls.
5:20. Deerdorf, top of the key. Back door to Brown. Layup, no good. Lexi Thomas with the rebound. Outlets to Brown. And Macy, that is. 52-34. Logansport. Out to Peterson. Drives a baseline. Throws up a tough shot. No good. Karen Sari grabs the board. Hands off to Kripe. Now to Pasquale, who has a strip from behind. Ball loose on the floor. It's still loose. Both teams on the floor. Tip ball. Rochester's ball. .4:52 to play in the basketball game. 52-34. Rochester's next contest, the Lady Zebras' next contest, is Saturday. Conference play at Southwood. 2-3 zone by Logansport, and Kripe is going to be whistled for a foul. She tried to reach around Thomas and steal the basketball. That's going to send Lexi Thomas, a freshman, to the line to shoot two. 4:44 to play in the game.
Kripe picks up her third.
For Thomas.
Lexi's free throw is off the front of the rim, no good. Jordan Jennings back into the game. And Karina Peterson, she played hard tonight. She fought tonight. She comes out. You got to wonder if she's done or not.
Another 11 points tonight to follow up the 11 she had last night.
Yeah, good for her. Second one is no good. Rebound to Pasquale. Sorry, law pass over the top to Deerdorf. Down low to Brown. A wraparound pass to a wide open Pasquale. Her three is good.
Boom.
She hasn't hit one of those in a while.
No, she's got 4 of them on the night, though.
It's all 12 total?
16.
Okay. Burkett to Jennings. Jordan. Couple dribbles to her left. Goes to the basket. Partially blocked. Gets her own rebound. It's going to be tied. Not going to be tied up. Ball's rolling around on the floor. Yeah, right. Now Deerdorf has it. Logansport. Backdoor Pasquale to Brown. Oh, left Brown all by herself. And fortunately for Rochester, she missed the basket, but gets her own rebound and kicks it out to Karen Sari in the paint. Left-handed layup is good and a foul.
He just takes it right down the lane. Gets the contact.
For Kasari. Fouls on 5. Thomas, her second. Team 9. Kasari with 1.
3:55 to play in the basketball game. The free throw is no good, and Thomas with the rebound. On the run is Burkett. Right elbow, pulls it back out behind the three-point line. Right side of the floor, picks up her dribble now, gives the free throw line to Thomas. Lexi drives, throws up a shot, no good. Good block out by Kripe, and she grabs the rebound. Baseball pass, Karen Sari, left-handed layup is good. And Logansport will go to...
It's 23 now for Karen Sari.
Some of their subs. Deerdorf just about stole the ball. Ball's loose, and Rochester knocks it out. Going to go back to Logan. Rodriguez will come back in for Logansport.
32 Rodriguez, 30 Roberts, and 55 Alsmeyer.
Alsmeyer comes in for Logansport. Also Roberts for the Lady Berries. Oh, they're going to say last touch by Logansport. I beg your pardon. Lob pass comes in to Thomas. Lexi backs her way in, throws up a tough shot. It goes down for 2.
Number 5, Thomas.
She gets her first bucket of the game.
Rodriguez. 3 minutes to play. Is that Peterson coming back?
Yeah.
Shots an air ball. Goes out of bounds. Logansport basketball. Peterson, Rogers, McKee back in. Thomas, Isbell, and Burkett out. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. 3 minutes to play in the game. Rochester all right. Round to the baseline. Floating jumper. No good. The rebound put back by McKee is good.
Basket for McKee.
Deerdorf at the free throw line. Backs it away from the defense. Now accelerates to the lane. To Brown, to Roberts. 3 right side. No good. McKee grabs the board. Outlets to Jennings. Ball loose. Picked up by Roberts and Logansport. Now to Deerdorf. 2:25 to play in the game. Logansport by 21. Deerdorf against Peterson. Works around the defense in the lane. Wide open shot for Rodriguez. Nope. And then McKee can't save it from going out of bounds. It'll stay with Logansport baseline right. Deerdorf looks to get it in. Lob pass inside. Alsmeyer no good. Gets her a rebound. Now Roberts. Deerdorf. Long 3. Good.
3 for Deerdorf.
Brown brings it up. Under 2 to play in the game. We'll go coast to coast. Her teardrop shot in the lane goes down.
Number 12, Brown.
Where is Macy tonight?
She's got 9.
Okay. Minute 48. 62-40. Logan on top. Deerdorf down low, kicks it out. Roberts, 3 right side for Logan. Good.
3-point basket.
100 seconds of play in the basketball game. Makes it, runs it across the timeline. Crossover dribble to the free throw line. Outside to Jennings, looks down low to McKee. McKee then, the entry pass from Jennings is kicked away. It'll stay with Rochester in front of their bench. Going to our right, the minute 28 to play in the game. Logansport's going to improve to 3-4 overall. Rochester's going to slip to 4-4.
That 3 by Roberts of Logansport was their 10th one of the ball game.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Good heavens.
10th one that they made. I don't know how. They've shot a bunch.
Lob pass to Rogers. Her shot is no good. Gets her own rebound. Put back no good. And we're going to tie up between Rogers and Roberts. Logansport's ball. Minute 16 to play. Well, I'd like to thank Kelly and Jeremy for having us tonight.
Sure.
RTC4 for allowing us to do what we do. Not well, but do what we do. Deerdorf, wide open left wing 3. Short. Brown to the rebound in the minute 6. Coast to coast. Right-handed shot the window. Nope. Alsmeyer with the rebound. Alsmeyer, that is. To Deerdorf with 50. Now top of the key for Logansport, and they just need to basically run out this clock, leading by 25. Deerdorf in the paint, throws up a tough shot, no good. Jordan Jennings with the rebound.
She just dribbled right through all the defenders.
Yeah, she had a wide open look, didn't she?
Up.
32 seconds. Rochester's next action on Saturday as they travel to Southwood. The guys are in action. What happened? Oh, another ball hit the court. Maybe those little balls you throw out before the game.
Yeah.
Guys in action on Friday at Winnemac, and then again on Saturday home with LaVille. I know the radio station will be here both nights. I'm assuming the TV station will as well. Jeremy gives me a nod saying yes. That's exactly the case. 26.5. Rochester basketball out of bounds baseline right. Brown on the baseline with 24. Jennings in the paint. Skip pass to Peterson. On the baseline as Karina backs it out with 15. Her pass is tipped away, but right there is McKee to pick it up, and she's fouled going to the basket with 10.
Foul is going to be on Logansport 55. Alsmeyer, her first.
Alsmeyer with the foul. And Kenzie McKee at the line to shoot 2 freebies for the Lady Zebras. First one for the junior is good.
McKee now with 11.
Second one in doubles.
Yep.
Okay.
Her and Peterson both with 11.
McKee with one more. Second one is good again, nothing but net. And it's 65-42. 8. Deerdorf across the timeline with 6. And that's going to wrap things up. We're going to take a quick timeout and come back with final game thoughts and some stats. You're watching Lady Zebra Basketball on RTC TV4.
Rochester Zebras 42.
RTC cable subscribers. Now you can watch your favorite cable networks wherever you are on your phone, tablet, or computer. Just log on to www.watchtveverywhere.com. Enter your RTC account information and sign up to watch TV everywhere. Live sports, videos on demand, and more, all for free with your RTC cable subscription. Watch TV Everywhere, another great service from RTC.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Enyard's True Value in Rental is your local one-stop shop for all of your home improvement and party rental needs. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff help you with your next project or event. Start right. Start here. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com.
Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Back at Rochester High School for the final time tonight. Again, Logansport defeats the Lady Zebras 65-42. Rochester now 4-4 overall, and Logansport improves to 3-4. Brad, did you have post-game numbers?
Yeah, for Logansport, Kripe with 1, Brown with 1, Roberts with 3, Rodriguez with 6, Deerdorf with 15, Pasquale with 16, and Karen Sari led all scorers tonight with 23 points. The Berries 5 of 9 from the free throw line, turned the ball over 7 times. For Rochester, Isbell with 2, Rogers with 2, Burkett with 2, Lexi Thomas with 2, Emily Hughes with 2, Macy Brown with 9, Karina Peterson with 11, and Kenzie McKee led the Lady Zebras with 12. The Lady Z's 8 of 19 from the free throw line. They turned the ball over 15 times.
Yeah. JV game tonight. Rochester defeated Logansport in overtime 35-33. Emily Hughes, 10 points for the JV in that contest. Sadie Brown, the big bucket with 2 seconds to play to win it for the JV. They are now 7-1. Kelly, Jeremy, thank you very much. For Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. We'll talk to you Friday night. Good night.
See ya. Bye.